Hello everyone, it's Outrider here and welcome to another week in toys. Today is Saturday the 15th of July and it's been another pretty well stocked week of toys. Lots of pickups, a little trip to Leicester Vintage Toy Shop, a parcel today from Hasbro Pulse, so there's a lot to get through. Bit of housekeeping first. Last week I went to a car boot sale and I picked up a Ultra Magnus body and some parts and a sludge. I passed those on to James, my good mate, and he is going to have those as a little bit of a project, which is pretty cool. But I had a little project of my own. So I completed that Magnus. I got now a really good version of Ultra Magnus. The cab isn't in the best condition, to be honest, but he's all there, he's complete. The body looks good, looks great, combined up. I also wanted, because I found the fists, to get a white version of Optimus Prime on display because I had a spare gun and fists, and that's what I've done now. So this is actually out my box of junkers. There was two of them in there. Quite bizarrely, one of them was put together and it had an Optimus Prime interior. The light's playing up here, but yeah, it had an Optimus Prime interior, which is really, really odd. Within this figure, but I swapped that out, put this head on, which was the head that was inside my Ultra Magnus because it was the coloured head, and I think it looks alright now. It's a bit battered, it's a bit yellowed, it's a bit worn, it's a bit loose, but isn't that what G1 toys are meant to be about? Pretty awesome, really happy to have it on display, and it's nice that actually I managed to put it together from spare pieces that were already in the loft, which was pretty awesome. One thing I will say, he's missing his glass in his windscreen, which is a shame, but never mind. So there you are, I picked up that. On Monday it was my last day in my old job and it was really nice. I met up with a few people there. We went to Miller and Carter, had something to eat. They got me some ASOS vouchers, there we go, the clothes shop. And they got me a mug and a card and all that kind of stuff, which was lovely. But my mate Jack, he went the extra mile and he went and got me a Transformer. He got me some sweets from the 80s as well, which was pretty awesome. Oliver enjoyed munching on them. But yeah, he got me Crosscut. Now, I did have the Burnout figure. I bought that when I was up in Newcastle with Dave shopping, but I since sold it because it was a dire clone figure and it wasn't what I was really bothered about and everything like that. But actually I really like the look of this Crosscut. I didn't want to pay full price for it, and it's perfect that it's a gift. Awesome figure. The head sculpt looks better than this in Burnout, to be completely honest. The robot mode, in my opinion, looks better on him than on Skids. I think it's a great little figure. I'm really, really happy to have him. It's a shame about the red wheels. That's the only annoying thing. But other than that, you know what, he's pretty awesome. So cheers, Jack, for that. That's class. Really, really happy with that. While I was up in Telford, I did have a quick look round, looking for a few things to pick up, as you do, as I was walking back to the car to drive off. And I found this in the Entertainer. It's the Optimus Primal Weaponizer figure. I've already got the Rhinox, and I think this is the only Wave 2 figure I've seen so far. It's actually really quite good. I could try and remember how to do it now. Like that, and then these come through like that. Did I try and remember how it's done? It's actually quite a clever transformation. It's something like that. It turns into a gun. These legs ain't right, I don't think. But maybe they go like that. I don't know. Go something like that anyway. Something like that the gun does. It's pretty cool though, how it looks and how it transforms. Pretty nice little figure. £4. It was reduced as well. Some of the Rise of the Beast stuff is reduced in the Entertainer. And even though this was Wave 2 and the only Wave 2 one they had on there, didn't have duplicates of this, it was the only one. It was still reduced, so pretty awesome. I picked up that. Now, when I got home, there was a parcel arrived from Show Z. It was my YOLO Park Bumblebee figure, which is awesome. I got the Optimus last week, as you saw. I've now got the Bumblebee, and the Bumblebee is great. I think I actually prefer it to the Prime. I just think the proportions are a little bit better. His neck's a little bit better. bit of a nightmare to try and get these things in on the back, I have to say. Comes with a load of hands again. I can probably show them yet. So yeah, there he is. There's Bumblebee. He's got a load of articulation. It comes with 2 of these really open, wavy hands, 2 fists, and like 2 relaxed hands as well. No weapons with him. I think that's the only thing that we're really missing from these. It would have been good to have like a swap out weapon arm on them, but really good. I know we can paint them. I don't think it needs it, to be honest. I think it looks really, really great. So yeah, YOLO Part B. I think it cost just over £25, and it took just shy of 10 days, I think, to come 12 days from China. So yeah, I got him. I don't know whether I'm going to get Primal, Rhinox or Cheetor yet. I'm not that fussed about them, but I'm definitely going to pick up Scourge, Mirage and the other Autobots as they do them. Now, I actually sold a couple of pieces on eBay this week, and it was sheer luck I found the next thing in a charity shop in Aldridge. I went to try and post these 2 items. It was a G1 Vortex, missing the rotor. The one I got from the Stafford Toy Fair, managed to sell that on. And I also sold Exhaust from War for Cybertron. I didn't really want him. I got the Wheeljack mould. I've got the Slicer mould, so I didn't need another one of it, so I sold that on. I went to the local post office. It's inside a co-op just up the road from us. And I went there twice. I went before the gym and they said it'd be open at 12. Went back after the gym, it was still closed, said it'd be 1 o'clock. So I drove up to the other post office in Aldridge, and while I was there I thought, I'll go to Greg's, get a sandwich. I had a quick look in the charity shop, and I had a big bag of Ben 10 figures, and there was signs all in Aldridge of someone's... What I think happens in Aldridge is there's about 4 or 5 different charity shops, but there seems to be, the items seem to be spread out between them, whether they're share stock, I don't know. But there was definitely a 90s, 80s vibe in there. Loads of old McDonald's figures from Tailspin and all that kind of stuff there. And there was a She-Ra horse with the wings, I think it was from 1995. But anyway, there was Ben 10 stuff in there, slightly older stuff, and then I was looking through it just to see if there's anything I can find. I looked up and I found this. It wasn't in vehicle mode, it was in robot mode, and this part was actually hanging off. It had fallen onto the shelf. It was £2, Alternator's Hound. I got him back and I was fully expecting him to have a robot mode part missing, but they didn't. The only thing he is missing is his gun, which isn't inside here. I know Shooty told me that. He did have a few scrapes on the black parts. It's a bit of silver showing through it. I literally just touched it with a Sharpie, and unless you hold it in the light, you can't really see it anymore. So there we go, quick little fix on it. But yeah, Alternator's Hound, lovely, lovely figure. I've got the Swindle mould of this, which is great. This is just an awesome find in the charity shop. I've been finding some good stuff lately, second hand, either at car boots or at charity shops. So yeah, I'm really, really happy to have found this for £2. £2. And I know they don't retail for that much. But yeah, it was pretty awesome. So, on to yesterday, where me and James went up to the Leicester Vintage Toy Shop. And we had a good rummage round Leicester as well. It was pretty awesome. I'll put some pictures up of the toy shop now. Those of you who follow me on Insta are already seen these. But there was some lovely mask stuff in there, box, really expensive stuff. There was the Highway Haunter. So the Highway Haunter that I bought last week. I did find out that mine is a little bit broken and snapped here. So that's fine. I can do a repair on it. So I'm going to probably do that a little bit later, actually. Try and get it to hold together a little bit better. But yeah, this was £40 in the Leicester Vintage Toy Shop. I don't know if it had the little engine guy in there, but you know what, yeah, this has got a few little breakages and everything like that on it. It's not mint, but still, I got it for a fiver when there was £140 in there. So it is quite an expensive shop, I have to say. Things are on the expensive side. Transformers, I mean, I got dead excited. I kept saying to James when we walked in there, like, there's so much stuff, it's great, but actually when you sit and digest it, I'd actually got the majority of it. I'm not saying it's in a good condition or in a sealed condition that I've got, but I've got the moulds and I don't feel the need to upgrade them, if that makes sense. So I had a look around. They had some cool alternators. They had Jazz, I think James pointed out. which looked nice. And they also had Road Rage, which I was quite tempted to pick up. They didn't have a hot rod. If they'd had a hot rod, I would have rebought it because I gave mine to Shooty, so I would have picked up that, but they didn't have it. They had some bits of new stuff, but nothing really Transformer-wise that caught my eye. It was cool to see. They had loads of sealed stuff, some of the Mexican Transformers in there, which was pretty cool. But I did find a few things in there. I did find some Power of the Force, and I kind of broke a little bit my rules here. I said that really I want to spend about £5 on each of these. But I have to say, when I went to the Stafford Toy Fair, where I got a load of them for £5, they didn't actually have these ones. And these are from, even though they're on green card, they were originally released on the orange card. I think waves 1 to, I want to say 6, maybe 7. So I'm trying to complete all of that wave, and there's 2 of them here that I needed. I think they had another one, but I don't need to buy more in one day. So I picked up Momo Nadon, or Hammerhead here. This was the figure that kept going through my head when I went to the Airport Park Toy Fair. He was sitting there, he was complete for £5, and I let him pass. And I shouldn't have done that, but I've got him now. He was £8. I don't know if you can see that on there. £8 sealed. I am going to open these, right? I think you know the drill by now with these. I actually picked up another one of the droids from Jabba's palace. The white one that pulls down the lever and burns the. I think it's a gonk droid on the feet. Lovely it was, but I put that back because I thought, you know what? Again, it's a later one. I want to get the other ones first. So I picked up Hammerhead here. And then I spotted this and I thought, I've got to buy this straight away. This is Emperor Palpatine, the light-up version. I've never actually seen this in the flesh before. You can see the original price. It was $12.99 and then reduced to $6.99 in Fenix stores. I paid £10 for this. It's got a little bit of a backdrop there, which I might actually try and cut out. I am going to open this, as I say. Now, interestingly, I thought this Emperor went with the Luke. But it's telling you here to do what I've done over on my display over there and put Luke with Vader. Originally I had Obi-Wan open and I had this Luke, but I'd never opened it. The package got damaged. I think you've seen it before. I'm working to it. So I've got them out on display now. I've opened that Luke up and I put them with Vader because I think it just works better than that Obi-Wan that had the wrong colour lightsaber. But I thought this one was the one that went with the Luke, but it doesn't. It's just another scene, and it's got the... Probably see better here. It's got like the window and you can cut out the back and you can slide that in. So I might actually do that, you know. I wonder if the battery's still working it. Some of the ribbons, the whole thing's in place, have started to rot. I don't know if you can see that. But this looks awesome. Really, really happy to have that, and I might open it up in a bit and take a little video of it if I have a chance to. And I did open them up. The batteries don't work, unfortunately. They were just on the turn, so I think I opened this at about the right time. But, oh, it's lovely this is. I've cut the backdrop out. It's a beautiful, beautiful figure. So I just bought them two. James bought a... What did he buy? He bought a model kit, Back to the Future DeLorean, which is pretty cool. He was telling me it's been a while since he'd built one. Now, I've got to be honest, when I went to the till, I spotted another Star Wars figure and I left it because I didn't know if I was going to find anything else in Leicester. And we had a rummage round a few shops and that, and I think the only thing I picked up at this point, I got my son actually some Fortnite stuff from Game and the Entertainer, but from the Entertainer I picked up little Cheetor here. I thought I might as well try and get the set of these little Maximals. This was reduced to £4 in the Entertainer. This is terrible, right? It turns into a terrible bloody... It wouldn't be as bad, right, if it was a blade like that, but it's a blade that you've got to hold like that. So it doesn't make any sense, to be honest. But it was £4 and I thought, well, I wanted the cheetah, I wanted the air razor. I would have got Skull Country because Skull Country was there. But there was a lady in front of me who was going through them and she grabbed the Skull Country and then they only left Cheetors. So I could get that another day, not an issue. They're everywhere in the Entertainer. So yeah, I picked up Cheetor. Then I think we had a look in Toy Town. There was nothing in there. HMV, they had some Transformers in there for the first time. They had some Rise of the Beast stuff. Scourge, I think it was. and a few others, the mainline ones, but nothing in their pickup. We had a look in the Entertainer, as I say. We had a look in Forbidden Planet. I was hoping to find the core Dinobots. There was nothing in there. And we only had 3 hours there. We had a bite to eat in Taco Bell, and then we went back to the car. But on the way back, I said, you know what, I'm going to run in and get that other figure from by the till, run straight in and picked up Luke in Stormtrooper outfit. I think now the only 2 figures I need from the first 6 waves or 7 waves, the orange card ones anyway. And again, I know this isn't an orange card, but this figure was originally released on orange card and then re-released later on down the line. The only ones I need are Greedo and I think the Death Star Gunner. I think they're the only 2 that I need, so I'm going to keep an eye out for them first and complete those. But yeah, I went back and got that. Now, there was another figure I was looking at in the Entertainer, but I decided to wait to see if they had anything in Smith's. We got up to Smith's on the way back. James picked up Beachcomber because he hadn't pre-ordered him and he wanted to find him in person, and he did. So he was really happy about that. I don't think they had axle grease. I don't think they did. Maybe they did, I can't remember. But I wanted to go and pick up a Rise of the Beast figure, and I was deciding between the Studio Series version and the mainline version. And because the Studio Series is a retool of a figure I've already got, which I wasn't too keen on, I picked up the mainline version of Air Razor. Probably a little bit more than I wanted to pay, 20 quid, right? But it's one of them, you're on a trip, spent a lot less than I thought I was going to in the vintage toy shop. So I picked her up, and you know what, she's great. I have to say, I recommend a figure. The alt mode's pretty nice, quite clever how the wings transform into the legs. I quite like this design. I know we don't see a robot mode for Air Razor in the movie, sorry spoilers. So it's a bit hard to judge what her robot mode would have looked like, but all in all, you know what, she's a lovely, lovely figure, and I'm really, really happy to have her. It was funny, me and James were looking through that about like 8, 9 of these figures on the shelves. She's got a little Maximal symbol there, you can just about see it. All of them were printed crooked. This was the only one that was like, I'd say 99% straight, so I picked up that one. She's nice and tight, really nice figure. Yeah, she'll go on my Rise of the Beast little display that I've got out at the moment. Whether I'll keep her in the long term, I don't know, but there we go. She's lovely for now, and I'll enjoy her. But yeah, it's I would recommend getting her, but maybe at the £15 mark. So when Smith drop them down again, pick her up. That's what I would say. Now, shall we get on to another pickup? This is a parcel I received today from Yodel. Many people, via Yodel from Hasbro Pulse. And many people got this figure yesterday, and I was really excited to get it because when I pre-ordered this, I didn't know if I was going to keep it because I hadn't seen the film. Now I've seen the film, really happy to have had it. Nice to see they've actually put a little bit of bubble wrap inside as well. It's Rise of the Beasts, buzzworthy Optimus Prime, the exclusive Optimus that we're getting this year. Looks really nice. Looks really well done actually. It's odd that this is an exclusive that's only in the buzzworthy line. It's Studio Series 102BB. It looks beautiful. It looks really, really nice. I know the mainline figure looks good, but I think this has just got that little bit more extra paint on it, and my hands have decided to stop working. So yeah, a little bit of RC, as Luffy pointed out the other day, just chilling on the side. But yeah, I mean, it looks great, doesn't it? And so base-wise, this looks like it's from Rio. It looks like I've tended not to keep these anymore. I've decided to throw the majority of them out and just keep the instructions. I might need them. Yeah, I don't tend to keep them anymore. Accessories wise, it comes with this sword, which is cast in blue plastic, interestingly, but painted a nice silver, and his blaster, which is cast in the grey plastic. Now, all in all, a little bit of a wiggle on his chest. I'm guessing that might be just something not pegging in right. It's the old ab crunch there. But I mean, at the end of the day, I'm moaning about a little bit of a wiggle. He's got a bloody ab crunch, so that's not bad at all. I think this looks absolutely beautiful. I think the argument is that these these smokestacks are too big. I actually quite like that on him. I think, yeah, a little bit of dodgy paint on the back of mine. This is blue plastic. You probably could have done with another coat, but yeah, again, not an issue as long as the front grill's all right, which it looks to be. Put that back in. Yeah, he's nice, isn't he? So I think the sword can go in here like that, which holds in all right. So he's got. Oh, I thought he was missing paint on his nose. It's just silver, and I think. Let's have a look at this. How does this go? That goes in like that. That goes in like that, and then his blaster plate's on. So yeah, there we go. This is good. This is a lovely little figure. Yeah, it's good. It's just really, really good. Whether you like the film or not, this is a cracking Optimus. This is an awesome Optimus. Beautiful. High recommend. I think Pulse have sold out, but I think Star Action Figures still have him in stock. So if you want an Optimus, go to there and pick him up. I don't know if Comics and Cocktails have had him in yet or anything. But yeah, I think it looks absolutely awesome. And having that ab crunch there as well. And look, you can pull off some right poses. That's awesome. Shoulders are a little bit articulation wise, but you know what? That's pretty sweet, isn't it? Yeah, I love it. Great figure. I haven't even transformed him yet, and I'm saying it's a recommend from me. Yeah. It's going to be up there for one of the figures of the year, I think, this one. It's going to be quite a movie-heavy list, because Scourge was good, and this looks amazing as well. So yeah, that's a lovely little pickup today. Really, really happy with that one. And I think that's probably it for this week in toys. Lovely trip out with James. We should do stuff like that more often. But I have picked up a fair few items this week, which is pretty awesome. Start my new job next week, so unfortunately no Smiths around there, so I won't be picking up. I have to pop over to Smiths once every couple of weeks, so that'll probably do me some good. Stop me spending so much. But I have got a few more items that are due. I've got pre-ordered the Armada Optimus Prime, and I've also bought yesterday a G1 knockoff reissue thing from China. The reason why I wanted to do that is that I've decided to pick up some of the accessories for my Generation 1 Transformers to complete them out. Having that little bit of a tidy up made me think, oh, this is missing this and that, so I'm going to have a look at picking it up. But I think this cost me this particular robot cost me 23 quid, and it's got like 5 accessory pieces with it that will cost me at least double that if I can find them, because the figure's quite rare. So I'll show you that in next week's Week in Toys, or in a couple of weeks when I put one together. So what do you think? What do you think my best pickup this week is? I think there have been some bloody good stuff. Really, really good stuff. Some lovely gifts. Some lovely time with friends. And a cracking Optimus that I really like. So yeah, let me know in the comments below what you think of the stuff I've picked up. And until next time, I've been Zorod, and I'll catch you again very, very soon.